Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Cal Royal number ZDFB800 US26D. This is a residential flush bolt, is what it is. It's shown in the satin chrome finish. Let's pull it out of the packaging, get a closer look at it. So here is the bolt itself. Of course, going to be installed in residential doors, top and bottom sort of preparation. Your trigger or your slide. So good operation of this is to push it in and slide it up, and it will lock in place in both positions. Most importantly, locking in the locked position. Okay, very simple mechanism. Mortising this is going to prove to be very simple and straightforward as well. This would be what's called a single route. They literally call it single route flush bolt. That's a term used to describe a preparation in a door for a flush bolt when there is one single preparation that you do. I wouldn't say that it's a single pass. But I suppose it could be, depending on the machinery that's doing it. And what that means is from the top or the bottom of the door, you're going to run a single route all the way down and stop right at the center of that radius. And that bolt is probably 3/4 overall width. A little bit shy on that. My caliper tells me about 0.734. Seems to be pretty consistent. 0.735. So you're going to take a 3/4 inch diameter router bit, and you're going to enter the workpiece, come all the way in. You're going to stop so that you achieve that 3/8 radius at the end. Overall thickness of this item, 0.62 inch over here. Down over here, about 0.612 inch. Yeah, about 0.612. So your depth is going to be, 5/8. Something, right in that range. You're going to want this to obviously be flush. It's probably going to rock a little bit. So I would test with a 5/8 depth on a 3/4 inch diameter bit, a single prep, and you're done. So that's what this is for. So very simple and straightforward. The projection of the bolt throw itself, just 3/4 inch. That diameter, 0.31 inch. 0.31 inch diameter, so basically 5/16. Now another dimension to give you would be the overall length of the body itself. 6 3/4 would be a normal size. You're going to find single route flush bolts that are 3/4 by 6 3/4. Very typical, common. Think of it as a generic type of style of equipment. Okay, you're also going to get a total of 4 screws, 2 long ones for the body. That's because those long screws have to go through the body into the door. And then 2 short screws for the strike that's here. That's a really small little flush bolt strike. You'll see them. You're going to see them surface mounted. You're going to see them mortised, but they're so thin that it's not necessarily easy to mortise 20 thousandths of an inch. Let's take a look and see how. It's probably thicker than that, but let's take a look. The thickness of this strike is it's 50 thousandths. Okay, so less than a 1/16 of an inch. Overall length of the strike, 1.5 inches. Overall width, 5/8. Okay, it's intended to be in a complementary finish as well. Speaking of finishes, it's available in US 10B, which is oil rub bronze, US 15, which is satin nickel. This is US 26 polished chrome, 26D satin chrome, US 3 for polished brass, and US5 for antique brass. Now, below this video is a link to a document that is called Cut Sheet that will allow you to review the important summary of what we've already discussed. It's the tear page out of the manufacturer's catalog, designed for superior strength and smooth operation. Sure, it's a piece of residential hardware. Deep cut finger hole and double action spring combined to assure ease of operation and automatic holding of bolt in either projected or retracted position. Includes the strike and the screws. Individually polybagged. That's important for them to say that, because this material needs to be all insulated from each other. This has got several thousands of miles on it, and having the metal in separate packaging obviously serves to prevent damage in transit when things are not scratching against each other. Die cast, I'm sure that it's zinc. Zinc is a very dense material. It is heavy in the hand when you hold it. It will provide a very nice finish, and zinc is a very abundant item that's mined, so that's why it's used very commonly in hardware. It's inexpensive relatively. There is a drawing down below on that same cut sheet that shows the dimensional properties that we've already covered. The one that I haven't is the center to center of the screw holes at 4 3/16. Yeah, definitely not 4 3/16. That's going to be about 4 5/8. Okay, so that drawing is certainly incorrect. Let's study that a little bit closer. Yeah, about 4 5/8 center on that. So be mindful that that drawing is not accurate. Not unheard of for drawings on hardware from manufacturers to be not exactly accurate. You'll find it much more prevalent with those folks that are importing material from overseas. I imagine that ultimate suppliers' factories change with time. The hardware changes sooner than the drawings do, if it's even discovered that there's been a change. So be mindful the actual product does deviate from that document that's there. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Cal Royal products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Cal Royal, their part number is ZDFB800 and a 26D satin chrome finish, or any other Cal Royal product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.